Hi, Rico here. We are going to make a peppermill today, start to finish. This is about 17 inches. This is made with 5 pieces of oak. You can see the different pieces there. You can count them. We're going to make it from 3 pieces today. We're going to use 2 pieces of oak and 1 piece of black walnut. As you can see, this beautiful piece of lumber I've got here, cut locally in Louisiana. It's about 2 inches thick, splatted oak. And it was about 9 feet long. I've already trimmed it a little bit. It cost me about $100. I've also got a piece of black walnut, also cut locally, and this is the size I'm going to cut the oak to. We're going to put a piece of oak on either side of this walnut, glue it up, put it on the lathe, drill it. We'll make a peppermill. But I wanted to show you this raw black walnut. I've already run this side through the planer. You can see it's a nice, pretty, beautiful grain. And once we get some oil on that, that is a gorgeous piece of wood. So let's get started and let's just cut off the end. That's a piece of oak, let me tell you. Still got the bark on one side, but you can see the grain in that. Gorgeous. It's gonna make a great peppermill. One run through the joiner, get it nice soft. Now we have a nice straight edge. We're gonna go to the table saw and cut our 2 slices. Okay, we got the boards all cut to size. We got them sanded. I've got them glued up here now, and I want these to be really tight. I don't want any cracks in them, so I'm going to use every clamp I have in the shop. Hi guys, I'm back. We let the glue cure for 24 hours. I've left the clamps on, so now we'll take the clamps off and move on. Forgot I used every clamp I had. I'll see you in about an hour. Okay, we've taken all the clamps off. We've got a nice square piece of wood. I've got it trimmed. I trimmed the ends a little, set it up on the lathe, make sure it's set right. I've got my tools sharpened, and we're ready to make a long cylinder, and then we'll take the next step after that. So, let's get to work. See, we have a nice round cylinder here. A good way to test that, turn the lathe on, set your tool on it, and we go back and forth, no bumps, and it's ready to go. So, now we're gonna move our tool rest down, and we're gonna bring the cylinder all the way down to the end. Okay, we've got our nice round cylinder, so the next step is to kind of mark this piece of wood to see where we're gonna start our cuts. This is the tallest one. I have about 18 inches, and you see it only has 2 knobs here. I'm going to go with the 3 knobs since it's so tall, like this one. And also this one is concave. I want to go out. I like this shape. So what I've done is I've extrapolated this size onto this big piece, and this is going to be my bottom. I've made my mark, and then 1, 2, 3. That's my 3 knobs. And then this is going to be the widest part of here, and then I'm going to go to the narrowest part here, and then this will come to the top, and then it'll go in a little bit, and then this is the distance between the top and the bottom of the peppermill. So we're going to need a little space in here to fit it in. So that's what this is going to be, and then eventually we'll cut that top off and then start drilling. Okay, as you can see, I've got my basic shape that I'm pretty happy with. We're gonna have to do a lot more sanding on this, but what we wanna start now is drilling the center. And I'm using a 5/16, and we wanna go through the head and through the part that's gonna fit into the body. And then I wanna just touch the body so that we've got an exact center and everything's gonna line up and it's not gonna be off. Okay, flip the lathe on, and the piece spins, and then our drill just goes inside the... Okay, we're getting towards the fun part. Remember, we use the parting tool to take the top off, which we'll color separately. Right now, we finished our drilling, and as you can see here from a couple pieces of 2x4, I turned a piece of wood that fits inside the holes that we drilled so that we can spin it, and that's how I've been sanding it, so it's already sanded. Now, as I said, the fun part is putting on the oil, and let's see these colors come out. Let's get a little light over here. See that wood grain popping? Okay, once we get some good amount of oil on there, let's smooth it out. And let's see what it looks like. Oh, that's looking good. We'll go ahead and let that dry, probably overnight. Give it another couple coats, and then we'll be ready to assemble the final Peppermill. Okay, let's put the Peppermill together. These are the typical parts that come in a Peppermill kit. Your rod, which goes through the length of the Peppermill. It can always be shortened because sometimes you don't come up with the exact amount of room for the screw top. And then you can peen it over with a hammer. So, we've got the bottom of the grinder mechanism, goes in first. Then the top. Then the spring. And then this piece is already going to be screwed into the bottom of the Peppermill, and that comes up at that, there. So that's going to be the pressure on the grinding mechanism as you turn it. This piece will cover on the bottom. As you can see on this one, everything's inside. And then this goes underneath the head of the Peppermill so that your square rod goes through. This goes on the top. And then with this piece underneath here, when you turn it, you're going to get pepper. Let's get a look at our finished product. This is our, I just measured it, 25-inch tall Peppermill made out of black walnut and figured oak. If you look up close, we've got some really pretty colors in the oak after it was oiled and then waxed. Nice black walnut in the middle, and our final Peppermill. Thanks for watching. This is my first video. If I get more than 10 hits, maybe I'll do another one.